There is a popular saying that one person's waste is another person's treasure, and that is the case for the animals we are reviewing here today. These Nigerian animals, often overlooked and underappreciated for the value they provide to native ecosystems, have gained popularity in many Western countries, finding their way into the homes and hearts of foreign households. Without further ado, here are three Nigerian animals simply adored in Western countries like the United States, United Kingdom, and Australia. The first on the list is the Nigerian dwarf goat, a sub-breed of the West African dwarf goat found primarily in the southern part of Nigeria. Like their West African dwarf counterparts, they share a resistance to the tropical animal disease trypanosomiasis, which affects vertebrates. In Nigeria, the West African dwarfs are often neglected, usually left to roam and locate food for themselves until they fatten up enough to be consumed. Commercial goat farming isn't very big in the country, and in the few instances where they are found, Nigerian dwarfs are not a preferred choice. This is despite their resistance to disease and high potential as milk producers. They do play an important role in the local village economy, where they are left to free range extensively and breed with the mature ones eaten from time to time. In contrast, Nigerian dwarfs have established themselves as a top companion animal in Western countries like the United States of America. They've been registered in the American Breed Headbook since the 1980s and by the American Dairy Goat Association in 2002 after their dairy potential was confirmed. Moving away from the Nigerian dwarf goat, we have a family of snails called the giant African land snail. In Nigeria, three distinct species of giant African snails can be found: Achaetina achaetina, Achaetina folica, and Achaetina marginata. These snails are huge and can grow up to 20 centimeters in height. They belong to the mollusks family, and like all mollusks, their shells are made almost entirely of calcium. Giant African snails have found a home as pests in the West, especially in the United Kingdom, where their size, distinct markings, and rarity have made them attractive to exotic pet owners. They are also pretty gentle and easygoing, and are comparatively easy to take care of. In contrast, giant African snails are seen as a delicacy in Nigeria and many parts of Africa, where they are sold at premium prices to high-income households and high-end restaurants. Interest in snail farming is gaining popularity in Nigeria, but a lack of investment in research and development means most snails that find their way into the Nigerian markets are simply picked up at night in heavy forested areas. It must be stated that giant African snails are considered as something of a nuisance in some Western countries like the United States. They were declared an invasive species in the US town of Florida, and there was an eradication attempt in 2011 that failed. Initially declaring the effort a success, giant snails were sighted in Florida in June 2022. They are voracious eaters and have been known to feed on agricultural crops, soil, and even your wall isn't safe if it means getting those calcium supplements for its shell. Finally, we cover the most rejected pet in Nigeria, which is none other than our native dog, the Bingo. The Bingo isn't a single dog species, but rather a group of 3 African dog species which have lived and interbred among each other for decades, sometimes creating unique hybrids of their own. The 3 species are the Basenji, African hunting dog, and the Azawak. Bingos are very loyal pets, but are often neglected in favor of exotic dog breeds such as the Caucasian, German Shepherd, and Rottweiler. It is quite a common sight in Nigeria to see these dogs roam the streets, and due to neglect, some of them serve as vectors for a number of diseases. The Basenji in particular is a widely accepted pet in the United States, Many of these dogs are groomed so well that they bear almost no resemblance to the strays we have roaming the streets of Nigeria. That's it for today, guys. If you like this video or find value from my channel, please be sure to subscribe, as it is a zero-cost way of helping the channel grow. Keep watching out for my videos as I bring you the best nature stories from the continent of Africa. Bye, guys.